Welcome to the podcast where we spin up strategies to turn your digital efforts into unstoppable momentum. Now, let's get that flywheel turning. Professor X, how you looking?
Well, apart from the fact that it's freezing outside, I think it's looking pretty good. And I'm excited about our 8-part series, and we're into the number 3 today, right, Digital X? So I'm looking forward to putting this flywheel in motion right here.
Okay. So let's get started. Today, we're going to talk about Quant. I know we mentioned it in one of our previous podcasts. Quant, also referred to as QNT. I'm going to provide you with the necessary information you should know about this protocol, so pay close attention. QNT is also referred to as a network for trust. So the project's mission revolves around creating a reliable layer where people, machines, institutions, and data can interact securely and trustlessly. So who created QNT? So let's start from where it originated. The project was created by an individual named Gilbert Verdian. He's a founder and CEO of Quant Network, which started in 2015. His credentials: he has over 20 years of experience in cybersecurity. He has held senior roles in both the government sector as well as the private sector. So QNT is chain agnostic. It's a chain agnostic, or also it's referred to as blockchain agnostic. This is a term used in the blockchain and Web3 space. It describes how software, protocols, tools, or infrastructures that are not tied or limited to any single blockchain network. So it can operate on any layers or any chains. That's basically what agnostic means. Instead, they are designed to work seamlessly across multiple chains on the public, private sectors, layer 1, layer 2s, or even our normal legacy systems like the banking system or any of the institutions' systems, without it favoring or depending on one specific chain. So any chain could interoperate with that. In other words, what I mean is, what agnostic means, it means it's a neutral or it's independent. It's like how a web browser is browser agnostic, right? So if it works the same on Chrome, it's going to work the same on Firefox and Safari. So it basically means it works the same on multiple layers. So I'm just giving you an example of like Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. I mean, one program could work the same way. Like if you have an Apple phone and you have a program, that same program could be the same on an Android platform. So that's what agnostic means. So the solution doesn't care which blockchain it's running on or connecting to. It adapts and operates universally. So let me give you some tokenomics of the project. The total supply of QNT tokens are 14,612,493 tokens. See, I referred to as tokens because it's not a blockchain that QNT built. It's not a primary chain where QNT is the one that's holding that or created that blockchain. So it was actually QNT resides on the Ethereum platform. So that's called a token. So Ethereum would be a coin. Anything built on Ethereum would be considered a token. So QNT is built on Ethereum, but it's chain agnostic. So it could be interoperating with any chains seamlessly. So the circulating supply this is kind of controversial. I'm thinking the most probable amount that's circulating is 12,072,738. There's some information out there that says there's over 14 million circulating. I'm not sure what the proper number is. And it has a total max supply of 14,612,493 QNT tokens. So when I say max supply, that's the amount that ever will be created for that token. So it's a token that's going to be very valuable in terms of supply. So that when the supply is low, And when there's a lot of demand for that token, the token itself is going to be very valuable in the near future. What do you say about that, Professor X?
So for our listeners, I want to stress that Digital X did mention, again, this is not financial advice, but a couple of episodes ago, he did mention a tidbit saying that, hey, look into QNT, which is Quant Network's governance token. Look into it because of what it represents in today's market sentiments. Gilbert Verdian, he's not a crypto marketer. So this is not cryptocurrency that was just released for the sake of speculation and price action, right? So it's gone up since I've been following it, and I've been following Quant since 2020. Late 2019 into 2020, and I got some very late in the game. However, since I've been tracking it, it's gone up because of its use in today's society. Like I said, Verdian is not a crypto marketer. He actually built Quant Network, what I know today, to solve a different problem. He built this network to make all financial systems talk to each other without replacing them. So that is also what Digital X just said. That's why it's agnostic. Like he said, this system, this network is meant to work in all financial systems across the world, right? It doesn't matter which currency that it's addressing or which bank system it's addressing. It doesn't matter. It's going to make all of it connect. And that's what the quant technology, which is referred to as the Overledger, and it works like a universal translator for this entire space. And this is why this particular project or protocol are built on the Ethereum network, which is why it's referred to as a token. It's critical in the world shifting to the ISO 20022 new global standard for financial messages, which are used by the banks, central banks, and payment systems.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say.
I'm glad, Professor X, you had mentioned Overledger. Well, actually, you're absolutely right about that. Quant Network's Overledger is indeed positioning itself as a key infrastructure player for interoperability in the evolving world of blockchain, particularly for central bank digital currencies, which is also referred to as CBDCs. I'm sure our audience have heard of that, and tokenized assets. So it's designed as a universal API gateway that connects public and private blockchains, so legacy financial systems and various ledgers. So it enables seamless cross-chain transactions. So when you say cross-chain transactions, it means different blockchains can talk to each other with the data. They could send data from one blockchain to another blockchain. That's what it means when it says seamless cross-chain transactions. And it also does programmable payments and secure asset transfers without requiring major overhauls. So you may be wondering, what is an Overledger? So Overledger, it's an API-based blockchain operating system, or it's simply called a DLT gateway. So DLT stands for Distributed Ledger Technology Gateway. So it's designed to solve the critical problem of blockchain interoperability. So this particular token plays a major role in this new financial system that we're going to be transitioning into, or the transition has already taken place, but it's not fully gone live yet. How QNT licensing turns into locked supply. So most people overlook the real power of QNT, right? It's not just a utility token. It's an economic engine behind the Overledger. So here's the simple version. I'll give you what they do. Why QNT will be very valuable. There's 4 reasons why it's going to be very valuable. First, it's a licensing. So when companies hold QNT tokens, they're licensing it. It removes QNT from circulation for enterprise where enterprise pays in fiat, in dollars. So they pay to obtain the QNT tokens via purchasing it through cash. When I say fiat, it's cash or dollars. So then Quant buys QNT, then QNT gets locked for the entire licensing period, usually 12 months or longer. So there's no inflation. So remember, there's a fixed supply. So every new licenses tighten the float. So that means, so every time a new purchaser buys a license from Quant to obtain QNT, it reduces the supply, the max supply that's available. So when you reduce the max supply and have it locked up, what happens? The price goes up. So when I mentioned that, so it creates options. So when the tokens are locked for 12 plus months and network gains, more scarcity, more predictable demand, more stability for enterprise integrations. And so this is more leverage for future growth. This isn't just passive, it's structural. So enterprises also get flexibility without touching crypto. So they pay in fiat. Quant handles the token mechanics. And this gives the institutions optionality to scale without managing digital assets directly. So then you got adoption that compounds the effect. So the more the licenses, the more the licenses get purchased, the more QNT gets locked. So when more QNT gets locked, there's more gateways that's created. So when there's more gateways that are created, you get more transactions on the chain, right? So when you get more transactions, there's more demand. So this is actually one of these. This project is just it's a crazy project. I mean, if people knew about QNT, it's like purchasing Bitcoin at what's QNT's price? Probably 75.
80, yeah, $80 or so.
Is it 80? It's 75, 76, right? 75,
yeah, roughly
70.
75 to $80, yeah, somewhere around there.
So it's like purchasing Bitcoin at those prices.
Yeah, so Digital X actually told our listeners in the previous episode about it. Now, I want to put, in the crypto flywheel, we want to tie digital assets and, cryptocurrencies back to today's macroeconomic sentiment, if you will, and what's happening geopolitically, right? So how do we, we already know that the FIT21 bill is coming. I think Senate's going to decide on it on Thursday, possibly get extended. We don't know. But I want to put a little insight for our listeners.
And another benefit for holding QNT, there's ways to earn passive yield if you hold QNT, right? So QNT, they're going to come out with a program. It's actually called Quant Fusion. This allows for it's actually a trusted node program, which is going to be rolled out in mid-2026, which introduces staking QNT for the network security and transaction validations. So when I say staking, you're basically generating yield. You're locking up the QNT tokens in a protocol, in a smart contract type protocol, and this allows you to receive yield on whatever percentage that they give out. So holders can lock QNT to earn rewards while contributing to the consensus, which reduces the circulating supply. So this is another way for QNT to increase in value and price. So this is expected to incentivize long-term holding and boost engagement. So the treasury-related distributions appear to be emerging as a way to reward holders and stakers. So this is not a traditional proof-of-stake chain like others. So this is totally different. So let me, so some of you may know another project called Chainlink. Chainlink is an API gateway as well. So it's similar to Quant, but there's differences. So let me explain what the differences are between the two so you can get a better idea for what Quant really does. So Chainlink excels as a gateway for data into blockchains, while Quant acts as a translator or a bridge between entire ecosystems. So Chainlink is dominant in DeFi and Web Examples of DeFi like Aave, GMX, Ondo Finance, and tokenized equities, right? With growing institutional traction within the SWIFT, Euroclear, UBS, and Fidelity and MasterCard systems, it widely adopted by secure data feeds and cross-chain into crypto-native apps. So Chainlink focuses on like DeFi and Web3, while Quant heavily focuses with enterprise and institutional entities. And this has a deep ties to regulated finance and CBDCs. So they include ECB, European Central Bank, digital euro testing for cross-border settlements, Bank of England, the BIS project Rosalind, UK's tokenized sterling deposit projects, and partnerships with Oracle and major banks like HSBC and Barclays. I just mentioned Oracle. If you guys remember, what is Oracle recently in the news for? It's in the news for AI integrations, AI infrastructures being built out throughout the country. So if you know what Oracle, and Larry Ellison is actually named probably the richest man in the world as of now, due to the Oracle contracts the government has given them to build AI institutions or platforms, right? So Oracle directly works with Quant. So imagine buying Quant. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy or sell this project or protocol. I'm just giving you advice on education. Imagine where QNT is going to go if it's affiliated somewhat with Oracle. So the Overledger is compliance ready right now for banks and government. So this is a real good project. Take a look at it, do your research, educate yourself a little bit more on it. I just gave you an overview of what the project is and what they're meant for. So our audience, please take a look at it. Yeah, I tell you, you're not going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there was a lot said there. So yeah, just break it down. I want to just to add what we were talking about in terms of, bringing it back to what's happening in today's world. So the FIT21 bill, right? So that's what's out there. What is the framework essentially is focusing on clarity. So clarity on what is infrastructure versus what is speculation. So as I mentioned earlier, QNT is not meant it wasn't built by Verdian for speculative crypto. It was settlement and financial interoperability for all systems, right? So clarity on which systems to support markets versus those that simply trade narratives, if you will. So why this distinction matters immensely for Quant. That is the distinction. The clarity of system support and infrastructure versus speculation. So that distinction matters immensely for Quant Network and QNT. But like I said, Quant was never built as a consumer-facing coin or a speculative payment token. It was designed as middleware for regulated finance. It's a connective layer that allows banks, institutions, and governments to link legacy systems, blockchain, payment rails, and tokenized assets without replacing existing infrastructure. That from a standpoint of what we talk about on a day-to-day basis and why DigitalX said that there's only 14.6 million or so roughly of QNT permanently capped, and the circulating supply based on its usage and contracts and all the utility business that it conducts from its platform is going to reduce the circulating supply. So inherently, it's built to have a price action that goes up and up. And that is why of the ISO 200, this is the only token that's built on Ethereum, and all the others have their native blockchains. And this one is the one that is the highest of the value so far in all of the ISO 222 coins and coins. So the token is the one that's worth the most right now, and it's only scratching the surface of what its utility is for it to go even higher than it is right now. So again, it's not financial advice like DigitalX said. It's basically for our audience to listen to what we're saying, hear what we're saying, and then do your own research as to why the mechanics is what's going to lead this QNT protocol or project into the hundreds. I mean, again, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. Our opinion collectively can go into the thousands. So, so that's it. That's what, that's all I have there, Digital X. Anything else?
Oh, no. I mean, I think we covered a lot today. Do you have anything else that you wanted to go over, or?
No, we could continue. For right now, QNT, I think we gave our audience a lot to think about and to research. So again, Digital X, if you don't have anything further to add, I'd like to just close out.
Yeah, go ahead and flywheel out of here, Professor.
Okay, and as I always say, if there are any questions or comments based off of what we talked about today in this episode regarding Quant, please engage with us. Put it into the comment section and ask us questions, and we will address it either in the comment section or in subsequent episodes. So with that, the Crypto Flywheel is signing off. Thank you.
Thank you.